Death Stranding 2 doesn't pick up that thread. It tears it apart. The warmth, the family photos, the peace Sam fought for, gone in minutes. Kojima isn't easing you back in, he's weaponizing grief. This isn't shock for the sake of it, it's intentional. And in this video, we're gonna break down exactly why Kojima destroyed the ending of Death Stranding 1 and how it might make Death Stranding 2 the most emotionally devastating sequel in gaming. The dream we believed in, torn apart before we could even settle into it. This isn't random, it's calculated. The emotional demolition before the rebuild. If you played the first game, if you carried Lou across a continent, this moment doesn't just hurt you, it breaks something in you. And as a father of two girls, I wasn't just sad, I was gutted. Sam didn't just lose a mission, he lost his reason to walk. And in that moment, you feel it too. And if you think about it, most games pull their punches. They give you hope, a checkpoint, a do-over. Not this. There's no alternate ending, no fix, just grief and the silence that follows. You're meant to feel stuck, not just emotionally, but narratively. Sam is broken, and Kojima doesn't want you to escape that pain. He wants you to walk inside of it. Because this isn't about losing a character, it's about what grief does to identity. Grief steals momentum, it erodes your will to connect, and it asks the hardest question in any story. Would you keep going if the reason you started was taken away? Death Stranding 1 was about connection. Death Stranding 2 is about reconnection. The harder kind, the kind that happens after the collapse. This isn't a clean sequel, it's a psychological aftershock. And that's the brilliance in what Kojima is doing. He's not continuing the story, he's challenging it. He's asking, can you reach out for someone not out of joy, but out of loss? Because sometimes hope isn't what starts a journey, it's what survives after everything else is gone. So why open Death Stranding 2 this way? Why rip apart the hope we fought so hard to earn? Because Kojima isn't just continuing a story, he's redefining what it means to survive grief. Most sequels reward you, but this one
I couldn't protect Lou.
wounds you.
I am so sorry.
Because it wants to know, will you rebuild again? Will you reconnect? Not for closure, but because it's all you have left. Kojima could have given us peace, a quiet continuation, a happy ending, but peace doesn't push you forward. Loss does. And that's why Lou is taken. That's why the home is destroyed. That's why Sam is shattered, so you can choose to rebuild him. Because Death Stranding 2 isn't about healing the world, it's about healing yourself after the world breaks. Now, I haven't finished Death Stranding 2 yet, but this opening, it already says everything. It doesn't just hurt, it asks something of you. To rebuild after collapse, to walk again when every step feels pointless. And that's why this might be the most emotionally devastating sequel in gaming. Not because it breaks you, but because it dares you to keep going. And when I do reach the end, I'll be back with a full breakdown, not just of the story, but of what it means to walk again when you have every reason not to. If you're into thoughtful, emotional breakdowns like this one, consider subscribing, because if Kojima is right, the most important connections aren't the ones we start with, they're the ones we fight to keep alive.